If you are new to this channel, and if you have been on this channel, I've made announcements earlier on my WhatsApp channel that I'm going to do a lecture here. And whenever I come to a live video like this, it's all about lectures, some deep lectures. And as you all know that, just like I used to say, spiritual lectures are the most important things in every aspect of life. So it is not every time we are going to be dropping some tips, some simple tips. This time around, we are going to be talking about some of the cogent things that we do every day. There are some mistakes that we don't usually count, and they are having a very big impact in our life. And that's the reason I'm making this video this evening. I want to let you know some of the things you need to stay away from, some of the common things you keep in your room, you keep in your home that they don't need to be there. So they may be fancy, they may look beautiful, they may be aesthetic, but they are not good spiritually. And they may be the reason why you are suffering, why you are experiencing some setbacks, bad lucks, and a lot of bad things. And just like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to drop 5 things you need to really stay away from or keep away from your home, from your room, to have a peace, to have a very normal life, to stop experiencing a lot of bad things. When you see some people, their problem is bad dreams, and they have used a lot of things, a lot of spiritual tips, they have watched a lot of several videos, and still yet the problem is still there. The reason is the thing that is causing this problem is with them 247. There are some people, the problem they are having is the clothes they wear or the type of thing they love the most. I have said it in one of my videos that most of the problems always reside with what we love the most. If you are a man and you love sleeping with women, every woman around, they may be the reason for your problem. I'm just saying it's not everybody that will have the same problem, but at the same times, most problems are always lies in what we love the most, the food you like the most. And when you are doing something regularly, consistently, and you are not seeing any good changes, you have to move away from that thing to at least see some changes. Like now, if you love eating some particular food, and whenever you eat that food you don't always feel good, but you love it, maybe for the fact of that the thing is very sweet or something, but you love it, but it is causing you some problems. So that is the reason we always make videos like this, to let you know some of the things have to be very careful from. So, and then we will be starting from one of the most important things we love to do, so which are the things we keep in our room. So, and there was a time someone messaged me. So the same advice I'm giving here was the advice I gave this person when he messaged me. So he said he was having some setbacks. Even before he met me, he has used a lot of things. And there's a lot of people. The one thing I want to share with you this evening is that there are some people here that they do come for spiritual advice. It's not only people that come for consultations, so we do give spiritual advice as well. So this person was asking for an advice about what he is experiencing, because he has used a lot of things. Even when he told me his experience with a spiritualist, I was pitying him, considering how much he has spent. And the problem is that I was asking some question at a spiritualist, what and what I was, because he said when he moved to a new house. Let me give that story for a good clearance. He rented a new house. There was a place he was living before, so he changed the place, moved to a new place, and ever since moved to that place, things start changing from bad to worse. And the problems keep happening. He has went to several spiritualists, they have done a lot of things, and the problems still there. And most of these problems are what he was experiencing before he moved to that new house. You see that? So he was not really feeling that the house could be problem, or there's something in him could be problem. He was feeling that, okay, this is the same problem he was experiencing before he moved to that new house. The same problem he's still experiencing in that new house. So and then I asked him some few questions about what he love, what he's doing in that house, what are the things he's using. And he told me about a particular bedspread, like a bed sheet he's using in his house, that he got it, when his father died. In Africa, there's a lot of things that when you love someone and maybe the person died, you will love to keep that thing, for remembrance, or to be having the feelings that the person is still around and stuff like that. So he's keeping that clothes, to be having the feeling, because it was his father and he loved this person so much. He was using that bedspread, and we didn't check anything. I just say, okay, spiritually, let's just look it from that angle. This thing, can you just keep it away for some time? That was just advice. Although there are some things that are not spiritual. I'm not saying everything in this life is, because religion has affected our thinking in this part of Africa very well, that most of things we are meant to be very careful of. We just say, okay, because it's not, my Bible does not teach me that, my Quran does not teach me that, it's not, but they are very spiritual. We need to be very careful with it. So he kept that without wasting much of our time, because I'm giving this story so that you can lay reference on what are the spiritual problems you have to be very careful of. So he kept that in a way. So he kept it away. I said, don't give it to beggars, don't burn it yet, just keep it away. He kept it away for some times, and this time he kept it away. If he started noticing that the bad dream stops, a lot of things that he was experiencing stops. And he messaged me earlier, that later after then, that okay, well, could it be that this bedspread or bedsheet is the reason why he experiencing such problem? I said no, we cannot tell. But what are the things you feel? He said that ever since he stopped using that particular clothes, things has been so easier for him. So he felt that maybe that thing was causing problem. I said, okay, let's check now. Although I've given you some random advice as a spiritualist, so I said, okay, there are, just like I said at the beginning of video, that there are some things we love and the problem reside with it. No matter what you do, there's a particular adage we say in Yoruba, in my language actually, that ebo osheru, that you can do a sacrifice to win a wizard that is doing you. You can do a particular sacrifice or prayer to win a witch. That one is possible. You can do a particular prayer. That's why we say this adage in Yoruba, that ebo osheru, ebo ajeseru, but ebo emi ni sera mi oseru. This means that you can do a prayer or spiritual work to win over your enemies, your witchcraft, or whatever is doing you. But there's a particular problem that is hard to win. That's a problem that is inherent to you, that is living inside you, that is you cannot do without it. And that is the most problem a lot of people are facing in this universe. So because there's a lot of things we can't do without, it has become some part of us, and it is the problem. And to keep away with this thing are always very hard. I've seen a man that said, okay, the problem, he also feel that maybe what is causing this problem is that he loves women. He loves sleeping with every, he loves carrying all this ashawo, hook up, a lot of things like that. And he felt that okay, it could be causing problem, but it has become some part of him that he cannot do a week without it. You see, and that is the problem. Even if someone came and say, okay, this is your problem, the problem will not let them leave that particular thing they are doing. And that's the most, so that's why Yoruba will always say ebo soseru, ebo ajeseru, but ebo emi ni sera mi oseru. That is why a problem that you are causing to yourself, that has become part of you, is always hard to win, and you must fight yourself to win it. And here are some the tip of what you have to do to keep yourself away from these things. And that one is another thing. There's a problem that okay, it is doing you don't even know it is a problem. There are some categories of people that the problem they are causing themselves, they know themselves that, oh, this too much of everything is causing the problem. But there are some innocent people out there. They are out there, but they don't even know what is causing this problem. They are just innocent. And we all, as a human, we are innocent in anything that has to do with spirituality. It's very deep and wide. You cannot know how. As a spiritualist, we keep learning every day. I learn from you, you learn from me. But because we are into it, we keep learning from you each and every time. We keep learning for in life. Spirituality knowledge are not always stop with someone. You keep learning and learning. And that's the reason I always make live videos to disseminate some information about spirituality, most especially lectures like this. So now we will start from booms. And this one I want to say is not actually applicable to everybody. So because in this modern world, there's a lot of means that people use to clean their rooms. We have people that even there's a robot that I saw on the internet that cleans the house. You don't have to even use your hand to clean the house. There's a robot that will do the job for you. So in this part of the modern world, there's a particular thing. So that's why I say this particular first tip is not applicable to everybody. So but if you are the kind that love using broom, if you are still using the native way, even if it is not a broom, let me show you something here. So I think if we are not using broom, you all might have something like this. This, I don't know what they call this, but it's more of broom. We can call it broom. So why it does not look like the local broom. I don't have the local broom here, the native one. But this thing itself is still a broom because you use it to sweep your house. You have to be very careful with it. And how do you use it in a way that can affect you? If you have this kind of brooms in your house, in your room, and you use the broom to sweep outside of your house, like this particular one I'm holding here, maybe I'm using it to sweep outside of my house, and I'm still keeping it in my room to sweep my room again, that's a big problem. It is not good, it is not advisable spiritually, and it can cause you a lot of setbacks and bad lucks. So if you have not heard it, you are hearing it first time for me, that is very important. You have to be very careful. If you are using a broom to clean outside of your house, using the same broom to clean inside of your house, it is a very big problem. You have to be very careful with it. So that's the first tip. And then under this tip I will drop another one because I have everything documented here, because before I will forget it. So so keeping this kind of broom, the outside of the broom you have used outside of your house, still using it inside of your house, that's a problem. You should stop doing that. If you love doing that, it can cause you bad luck. That's the second thing. And if you are having a native broom, if you are the one that's not using this kind of one, the one I'm holding here, if you are using the native broom, don't stand the broom. It is not good. In fact, this is very worse because you are inviting a lot of bad energies into your house. If you are using the native broom and by mistake, maybe your children or you yourself, you stand the broom in your room, you will, even if you don't notice on time, you will see that things are just falling apart. It is not good. That is the first thing about broom or whatever means you use to sweep your house. And that is why I say this particular one is not applicable to everybody, because it's not everyone that use broom. In fact, there's a robot, just like I said, that sweep the whole house, and you don't have to use any broom or whatever. So but if you are using broom, that is for you. Then secondly, dead clock. You might have heard about that before, because it's very common. It is not good. It is not good to keep a dead clock. Like now, a clock that is not working and you are still using it, even if it is a wristwatch, it is not good to keep a dead clock or a dead wristwatch in your room or in your house. So if you are having a dead clock lying there for some time, for some days, keep it away. If you cannot buy the battery or repair it, just keep it away from your room. So anything that has to do with maybe watch that is reading, that is working like a clock line, that like this one here, if it stop working and you keep it there and you are still sleeping in that room, it will cause you bad luck. Yes, and these things are very common with everybody, because some people have clocks that maybe they are using their phone. So because now we have phones that you can check your dates, you can check the time, you don't have to. So most people are not used to this, so they will just leave it there for fashion. It is not good. If you are having a clock like this, a wall clock like this, and the battery is dead, make sure you repair it, or you keep it away from your room. It could be causing you bad luck. That's the second tip about that one is not really matter. So but it could be causing you bad luck. Then next thing we have, this is the most important thing. Yes, in fact, I should have started with this. I've talked about it on my Twitter. There was a time even people that joined my WhatsApp channel could have seen this particular tip I posted on my WhatsApp channel, and it has to do about mirror. In fact, this is very deep. We are going to make a whole lecture for it because it is even more deep. There's a lot to it. Mirror, you see, anything that holds your resemblance, that holds your image, is very deep in spirituality. And this particular one has to do with people that use mirror in their room. So if you are using, before I will be going into what will be causing you, if you are having a mirror in your room that is facing your bed, I'm not in a place that I could have shown you one, but if you are having a mirror, some people love it. It is fancy, it is good. Most of the modern homes have it. Even most of the hotels have it. But if you are experiencing some financial challenges, some spiritual challenges, and you are having a mirror in your room, and you are saying you don't know how your plans are leaking. Some people, the problem they have is when they plan something, before they know it, the plan will just go with their dreams will not even be realized. Before they know it, the thing is not working out. They did not discuss it with everything, because I've seen some people that will say, okay, there's kind of spirit they have is not talking with people. Like, if you have a plan, don't share it with people. There are some people like that whenever they share what they have in mind with someone, the thing will not work out again. So, but there are some people that even if they share it with someone or they don't share it, the fact they are having this mirror, there's a way that the mirror can be manipulated to be monitoring you, most especially if you are having it facing your bed where you sleep. So it is not always advisable to be having a mirror facing where you sleep. That's where you see people complaining about bad dream, having their plans and dream being leaked out, or maybe the dream not being realized. So they will now be wondering that I didn't tell anyone, no one knows about this my plan. Or you could be planning something in your mind, or planning to do something, and you just went to your place of work and you saw someone else doing it. You will be surprised. I don't know if someone have experienced such thing, but it happens spiritually. You have a very beautiful plan. You are planning a business. You have this beautiful business that no one knew about. No one has ever come about it. And you wake up, you see someone doing it. You like, how does this thing leak out? These are the things that can be happening if you are having mirrors, for example, in your room facing your bed. You can put it any side in your room, but don't let it face where you sleep. That is very important. And under this mirror tip, we'll be talking about bedroom, mirror in the bedroom. So mirror is good in the bedroom, but the only thing is if you are couples, or these people, they in this generation, people love to. There's someone that commented under my video last time. The comment was funny. He said, Baba, all these tips you shared, it is God that will save us and this generation, because most of these things, I was talking about people that love to put their mouth in women's private part, or there are some things that I'm not saying it's not good for for your marital or your whatever life, to keep your partner, but there are some things you should limit if you are working on your spiritual growth. So the person was saying, okay, it will be hard in this generation because these are the things we love to do the most, and it is true. So I'm not saying you should, I'm not forcing it on anybody, but if you are having some setbacks, this could be causing you problems. And these are the lectures that we will spend millions without getting solution. These are the lectures that some people have spent millions without getting solution. These are the lectures that can help you without wasting your monies and your effort. So these are the things that when you know it, you'll be helping yourself, helping people around you. So I was talking about the bedroom. If you are having a bedrooms and you have a standing mirror there, you are a couple, you love to explore different things. Don't copulate in the. Some people love to do it. In fact, it's not generally advisable to be doing copulation inside bedroom. There's another thing about that, where if we are going to be saying everything about spirituality, some people that are not deep in knowledge will look it as too extreme. In fact, when I started on TikTok making, I see that people there say there are not a lot of serious people out there, because people imagine, okay, why are we doing that? I'm not forcing it on anybody. I'm not saying it's applicable to everybody, but it could be the reason why you are suffering, why you are spending a lot of things. It's not only about spiritual works alone. It is about some other things too. Your prayer that is not being answered, it could be the reason. So this person was saying, yes, this person Ogbeni Latuja, yes, this was the particular person that commented. He said, okay, this generation, most of these things are very hard, but you have to be very careful, most especially if you are experiencing setbacks. So you won't be wasting your money, effort, a lot of things about getting. So even self, there's a lot of lectures we give out that we are just doing it unconsciously, and it is helping someone out there. So even if the person comes to us, we might not even click on the problem. We might not be able to locate the actual problem, but them watching this kind of video will help them check some few things even before coming for consultation or whatever. I'm not saying consultation is not good. I'm not saying consultation is not good. It is good to look deeply into a problem, but there are some things that you might have solved before you go for consultation or whatever, that even consultation cannot reveal deeply. That's why I said there are some problems that are inherent, they are hard to solve, because they are the things you love to do. You cannot even notice it. That it is something when someone dies, or maybe by lucky you watch a video like this, that you will even know. So let us, because of the video time, let's drop that one. So let's go to the, I think we are on the fourth one now. We have shared about the death clock. We are studying about the booms. Then we have talked about the mirror. And then I'm going to be talking about this, keeping things you just shared with someone. This is the fourth one. There's a lot of people that most especially this is common with women. A wig or whatever they just shared with someone, they will just put it inside their house. You just your friend wore a wig, you collected it, you put it inside, or you use it. There are some people that they are holy, their spiritual head does not like sharing things. I've made video about that, but because you people don't watch lecture, because it's always longer, it's not about tips, that's talking about having money rituals or whatever, you people don't watch it, and they are the most important thing. I talked about it that time, that there are some people in their creations, they are not meant to be sharing things. If you are using, even if it is a business idea, their creation is not meant to be sharing it. Once they share it, they will be having problems, they'll be having setbacks. So if you are in this category and you don't know, there's a way you may be having problems with just these simple things: sharing wigs, sharing clothes. Even if it is your mother, if it is your wife or your husband. And I made tips about this. I wrote it on my Twitter that time, that the married men that love to share the wrapper, the wrapper. If you are not in Africa, if you are watching this, you cannot relate. But there are some aspects, there are some cultures in Africa that if you are a married man or a married woman, your wife will tie wrapper, and there's some men unconsciously or because of lack of knowledge with spiritual things like this, we use the same wrapper to tie themselves, put it on them to sleep or whatever. We using the same wrapper with a woman. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. I'm not saying your wife is having issue. I'm not saying your husband that is using the thing is having issue. But there are some things spiritually that are not meant to be shared. You might have read it on my WhatsApp channel. So this fourth one is talking about what and what we should not be sharing, no matter what or who the person is. If you are sharing things with people and your life is not changing, things are not moving, you should be careful. You should be at least to be telling yourself that, oh, maybe there's this aspect I need to be careful of, and you should be finding every means to stay away from that thing. So it could be your husband, it could be your wife. So it's not about borrowing wigs, borrowing cloth alone. And if you borrow things from outside, it's not always good to put it inside, where in your bedrooms or where you sleep. It could be a problem, because it is the person you collected it from is not having problem. I'm not saying the person is having problem, but they share different spiritual identity with you, because every human I said it in one of my videos that every human has their identity, has what is inherent to them. So if you meet someone which is not compatible, no matter the relationship or whatever, you'll be having problems. That is why some friendship is also a problem. They are not meant to be together, but they, because of whatever or what, something is keeping them. So let's not waste much of our time, but we've talked about that. And then let's talk about this last one. This last one, it has to do with coconut. So, and this one particular one is always common with people, most especially people that are always using spiritual works or whatever. So it is good to be having coconut inside of your house. It is good. In fact, it is also advisable for blessings, or maybe you have to use it, like a video I posted that has to do with coconut. You can just buy the coconut, keep it inside of your house for some times, but the same coconut could be causing you problem. In which way? It is in a way that you keep that coconut in your house and the coconut spoil. Is going to be causing problem. Any coconut you keep in your house and is spoil in your house without doing anything with it, or just left it there, even if it has brought you 100 lucks, 100 fortunes, it will bring the worst things that is more than that. I don't know if you get that point. So it's not always advisable to, I will answer this question before I will answer all these questions. If you have questions, you can be dropping it. I will be reading the question before I end this live video. So this person, okay, now, so it is not always good. Don't keep a coconut in your room for a very long time. It is not advisable. If the thing spoil in your house, to the extent that the water or whatever is leaking away, or even spoil in your house, it is a problem. It's not good. So if you are buying a coconut, if you can't use it on time, just throw it away. Or maybe you buy it that day, then use it that day. That's it. Then let me be attending to the questions. I think I've answered it. So there's a lot to this. So there's a lot of things you should not be keeping. I will be talking about more in my next live video. Because I feel that I'm not used to this live video, but recently I feel that it is more conversant. It is more, we can share opinions. There's a question people are asking here, I can answer it more than comment section. Most of the time I'm a busy person, just like people here know. Even this time I'm sharing with you, I'm meant to be doing something, but because there's a particular topic I've been planning to do since last year, I say okay, let me do it. So, but let me be attending to the question. So let me start from here. So this person say, what about praying or talking in front of the mirror? So if you have asked question and the thing is up, or you can repeat the question so that I won't skip it. Yes, that is good. In fact, there's a particular aspect I'm going to teach you about that. You can use mirror for manifestation for good things. So if you have mirror, you can pray in front of your mirror. In fact, there's a way you can use that mirror to reflect good things into your life, to manifest a lot of good things into your life. So there's a way you use mirror for good manifestation. So praying in front of mirror is not bad. In fact, there's a way you can do it for the reflection to be more active. I'm going to teach you that one later. That's the question there. But keeping it facing where you sleep is what I'm talking about. In fact, let me tell you this. It is funny, but as a spiritual, there was a time someone invited me to his place, and he got an hotel room for us. And the hotel room, most of this hotel room will be having this kind of thing. So the hotel room was having this mirror, and I told the boy that was with me, I said, oh, go and remove that mirror, just put it. Then the moment when we are going, you put it back. He said, oh, does it mean? I said, no. It is not. I'm not saying the mirror they put in the hotel room was there for evil. But if you are spiritual, if you are, there's a lot of things you should be careful of. You can say the mirror is not ordinary. And let me add this one. The mirror you see also can be manipulated, apart from spirit entering it, to doing sort of things. The person holding the mirror can be using it. I don't know if you have heard about the story. There's a particular rich man. He was using, and there's a work, and it is not good. That is why when you go to, that's a topic for another day, because this is very common. You go to barber shops, you go to most of the rich men, you go to somewhere, mirror can be used to, you know, that whoever check him or herself in that mirror is in a problem, or their glory is gone. That's a topic, it's a very long topic. I don't want to be talking about it so that people will not be thinking we'll be extreme, because so don't let us go there. So we put that mirror down because there was a reason. I'm not saying the person was using it effortlessly, but mirror can be used either unconsciously or consciously. That means if the person is doing it intentionally, or the mirror, the fact that the mirror is facing where you sleep could be causing you problems. So that, I think I've answered. So what's the next question? I have a large mirror in the dining room that faces the parlor where the conversation are hid, but none in the bedroom. That is okay. That is not where you sleep, because there's a lot that happens when we sleep, and that is why it's not advisable in your room. It can even be your bedroom if you have a very large room. If you have a side where you can keep it, so far it's not facing where you sleep, or maybe you can see yourself from the bed, it's still even advisable. But anyone that can, so I think I've answered. It is anywhere in your house you can keep it, dining, whatever, it's not bad. So what is another question there? What can I do if the mirror is attached to the wardrobe? Yes, this is it. This is one of the most common things, because most of these wardrobes we have, modern wardrobes, we always have mirrors attached to the. My wife has one. This particular, in fact, that is what they say. These things are very common. It is even we that we always share this. We are talking because we are a spiritualist and we know what can be done with mirror. That's where we know it, and that is where we share it. But it does not mean it is not happening around us. So it does not mean, and that's why when something is useful for you, share it with others. The reason why I'm doing this kind of video, so that, okay, I know this thing could be causing problem. If I keep quiet, a lot of people might be getting hurt from it. So most of the wardrobes you will find around, you will see mirror attached to them, and it's always in the room. I don't know how you will do it, but if the thing is facing your bed, it's not good. I'm not saying you should break the mirror. Maybe you will find clothes to cover it, I don't know, but that's why I'm not generalizing it. I'm not saying you should now go, maybe if your wife or your husband was the one that did it, you go and break it. Don't cause a marital problem. But you should just, maybe, now this is what I want you to be doing. If you are having that kind of mirror, okay, at least for some days, cover it for some days and see some changes. Then you can tell if it is your problem. That's why I'm not generalizing it. But it's not always good. It can be manipulated. That's what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Although I'm not generalizing it, but I know what it means. I know what it means. So that is it. I won't say much about that. So if you're having it with your wardrobe, just find mist, at least, to cover it, or you put the wardrobe somewhere that will not be, I don't know where, that is it. Or maybe you just cover it for some days. If it is not doing if it's not doing you any bad, or maybe the bad thing you are experiencing has stopped, then you can leave it. I don't know. Well, that is it. You should, the Yoruba will say, you tell a wise man little thing, then the thing will become more in their mind, so they will be able to disseminate that, they will be able to understand it much better. That's it. So what can I do? Okay, what's the okay, so can we use the native broom that we use to swipe outside and still use it to wash toilet? Well, that one is not bad. You can use it to the broom you use to sweep the outside. You can still use it in your bedroom. Those one are very extensive place. Like I don't know how to put it, but one thing particularly is you can use it. The broom you use to sweep outside, you can still use it to sweep but not in your room. It is not good. Oh, I forgot something about. I forget. There's a particular thing I meant to share. Oh God! But it is under that thing. If you are still watching to this moment, congratulations, because I know definitely people that watch videos, I always watch it to have, most especially a longer video like this. We are talking about a 34-minute videos or 40-minute videos here. People will not even watch it to this moment. But if you are watching it to this moment, there's particular one I want to share with you. It is very common. And we are talking about shoe. And that is the reason I wrote everything here, because I might forget it. So let's talk about shoes, and it is under what you are not meant to be taking inside your room. I've talked about it, but under that let me say, is a subtopic. Some people, it is their aspect. There's a entrance to their house, but they will not remove their shoe there. They will not have their shoe there. They will take that shoe they have used it to step inside their room. It is not good. It is not good. Apart from being hygienic, even the doctor will advise you, or maybe as a normal person, you should know it could make your room dirty. And people that live in Japan, because I've met several people that live in Japan, they say it is common there that it is not allowed to wear slippers or whatever, your shoe inside. No matter where, in any place in Japan, you have to off your shoe. I don't know if it is true, but this person has lived in Japan for a very long time, and he was telling me about it. And this could be their part of culture and spiritual aspect. But in African spirituality, it is not good. If you have wear a shoe for a whole day, for a whole time, don't take that shoe inside of your room. You can put it at the entrance, or maybe, but there are some people that maybe their shoe rack or whatever is in their room. That's another thing. I don't know how you do it, but it's not always good. You should have a place attached differently where you keep your shoe, or maybe you clean it before you take it inside. It's not good that the shoe you've wear outside everywhere, then you now take it and step it out. Even if it's a visitor, do it inside your room. I'm not talking about sitting room. I'm not talking any place that you sleep. We are talking about sleep here, because when we sleep, a lot of things happen spiritually. That is why most of this lecture is attached to sleeping. So if you yourself, you wear a shoe for a day, to your place, you went to a party, then the same shoe, you wear it inside your room, and you say you are having changes, bad luck, and a lot of things. It could be the reason. It's not good. So that is it. There's something we call Ewo in Yoruba, and these are taboo. There are some taboos that kills. There are some taboos that are just warning. There are some taboos that are for hygiene. When we were very young, our father would say, when it is raining, don't sit, or don't do something under, don't use your back, and don't lean on a wall when it is raining. And then when we were growing up, we were thinking it's diabolical. We were thinking, okay, maybe this thing is fetish, it is spiritual. But when we started deeply into it, when we became a deep full-time spiritualist, when we started understanding what spirituality means, we understood that that thing is not real. The thing is not, it's just for a warning. It is for a warning, because when it is raining, a wall, those mud house, because we were brought up in a mud house, a house where there's not this modern world. This world, there will be a cracks. So when it is raining and a child lean on the wall could break, and it could cause a harm to that child. That is why that warning is given. It is not that a spirit will come down and attack you because you lean your back on a wall when it is raining, but it's for a warning. There are some taboo that are for warning, but this one we are talking here, they are not just for warning, they are for spiritual. So don't say, okay, because some taboos are for hygiene, just like the one we talk about shoe now. So people will say, okay, well, that's for hygiene, that's a normal thing. But some people are not even aware of it. They will say, okay, maybe I'm the one that hold my room. If I dirty it, I can clean it. If I dust it, you understand. So, but they are spiritual. I'll be ending the live video now. So I think that's it. How about keeping coconut in your house and it start to grow, sir? It's not good though. And the same thing applicable to, should I drop this tip? This is already late. I will be doing another thing about something we use in our house, because I don't think a lot of people will watch it to this moment. If you want me to talk about that, comment, or let me end this live video. The same thing with coconut. It's a particular thing we use in our house too that must not go. This person was asking, What if you keep a coconut in your house and the coconut started going? It is not good. It is not good to be in your room and the thing starts going in your room. So it is not because anything that will start going, that means the thing has spoiled, and that's what we were talking about. So when the coconut starts going, that means the coconut has spoiled, and then you have to, and that's what that was what we were talking about. So and there's a particular thing we use, we heat, we keep in our house, and they are not meant to spoil too. They are not meant to spoil in the house. It's not good. I'm going to be talking about that one because of the video time. It's already 40 minutes and I should be ending the live video. I think I've answered all the questions. Oh, I think yes, that's all. Thank you for watching. If you have watched to this moment, thank you. Thank you so much. And if you have not been, if you have not been here since the beginning of this video, you will be able to watch the video being uploaded after this. Make sure you share this with people if it pop-ups on your timeline, and if you are watching, make sure you share it with your families. You are saving someone's life. The fact that I'm sharing it means I love you guys. The thing I want for myself, I want it for you. Yeah, so that is why make sure you like this video so that can others, a lot people, some people will just be watching, I don't know. So you will see a lot of, like now, about 30 people is watching this at the moment. Only 15 people liked the video. These things are not really encouraging. Well, it doesn't, but you should be, reciprocating good gesture we are giving. Make sure you share the video, you like and comment. Share it with others. It may be saving someone's life. What is your question? Someone say I'm not answering this question. What is the question all about? I want to head this live video. It's already very long time. I've been on a live video like this. I think it has been a very long time. I don't stay on live video because I'm always busy. In fact, today is Monday. I'm not supposed to be doing this on Monday. A lot of work to send. On Wednesday, I have a lot of work to send, and so we are busy. But well, out of busy time, we should be having people in mind. Okay, so that is it. Mr. Ogbeni Latuja, what is your question? I didn't see your question. Oh, please answer quickly. I'll be ending the live video. Let me scroll up if I can see your question. What is your question? No, I can't see your question. No, sorry. We only have some few comments here and I can't see your question. I'm sorry. You can comment under the video when I upload it, because I think most of these questions will not appear under the post later. So you answer. Thank you so much. Lord may bless you all if you have watched to this moment. I should continue. It's about online viewers. What online viewer? What do you mean by online viewers? I don't get that question. No. Do you mean online viewers? I'm not a social media specialist. I'm a spiritualist. So most of these things we do here, we were taught by some people too. I don't know. I don't know online viewer you were talking about. It's just a few messages about. Okay, you should be answering your question. So for the person that say I should continue, I'm sorry, I can't, because of the video time. I will be doing another live video next time and be sharing things. We should not disseminate, because some people will not watch to this moment. So, and they are the key moments. So thank you for watching. You have a very wonderful time.